Hi, welcome to Animated Movies. I would love to know your comments about my videos. In spite of being released years ago, the impact of Fight Club as a cult movie is still visible among its fans. A movie with no Oscars, yet one of the most memorable movies in the history. The movie is a symbol of the expression, the calm before the storm, an untold story about the hidden side of humans. Fight Club is all about trauma. It is the story of the people who have been hurt but now want to fight back. The movie is an instance of unrestrained violence, a violence that advances from the individual to the society, and its potential leads to an absolute chaos. Having been one of the most prestige and popular movies of the 20th century, Fight Club was not appreciated enough by the audience and the critics at the time. The movie received only one nomination in the Oscars. The reason behind that is probably because it was ahead of its time. The adaptation of Chuck Palahniuk's book is not just any play, it carries the darkest humors of a noir director. Fight Club is a bold and a top-notch movie, which could be analyzed on various layers, some of which are the psychological, social, and philosophical layers of human beings and a modern society. The gruesome world that is the work of Fincher is the sign of tension in today's climate and human beings, people who are punched and are looking for release in their secret basements. Jack, played by Edward Norton, is a bureaucratic employee who is suffering from insomnia. He participates in a support group to make his problem go away. He then meets Marla, Helena Bonham Carter, and Tyler Durden, Brad Pitt. There are obvious differences between these two characters and Jack. Tyler is an all-out rebel who sells soaps for a living. There's a stunning brilliance about him, and Marla is a perfunctory. Finally, the friendship between Jack and Tyler is formed, and they begin their riots in secret basements. Jack seems to be having a decent life, living in a civilized apartment and earning money for himself. However, these are all not real happiness. The capitalists and the rulers who are thinking only of themselves are the cause of this. They have schooled people to spend a considerable amount of money under the influence of advertisements, and they want them doing their tedious work day in and day out. Jack joins these support groups, and that is the beginning of a release. The people who no longer possess the most valuable asset, and Jack has only got one, his precious apartment. He needs to be set free just like Bob and other people in the group. Jack has to lose that valuable possession. He sets his apartment on fire, and a global riot arises. Something awakens in Jack following these incidents. He meets Tyler Durden on an airplane. Tyler Durden acts as the complex of Jack. He represents Jack's dreams, who is now disobeying and wants to make something of himself by that disobeying. Therefore, he starts objecting the inseparable principles of a civilized life. Durden smokes cigarettes, he steals cars, he uses violence, he does not wear a suit. He does not work in an office, and he lives in a damaged building. Jack has always repressed these inside himself, and it has cast a shadow over him. Tyler Durden and Jack decide to establish a fight club. Durden gathers a big army of people who are craving freedom and are tired of the capitalists and the ones holding the power. People in the club are abused by the today's brands, and now they seek peace by applying a kind anger. The movie is a psychological drama that demonstrates how rebellion and anarchism is the outcome of mandatory rules in the society, and how humans endeavor to set themselves free of them. The people in the movie are like drops in a flood, and they soon renounce the life and riot against that schemed life. Before Jack blows up the building at the end of the movie with soap components, he kills the Tyler Durden inside of him. Fincher has a nihilistic and pessimistic point of view. Using psychological metaphors, he brings about social and philosophical aspects. Fight Club tells us all about Fincher's attitude, and it can bring out major concepts in the audience's minds, leaving them facing their needs, freedom, anger, release, loss, and rebellion. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Please support my channel. Thanks for your time.